Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Finder. My name is Dave, and today in this Dexterity Week video we're taking a look at Lift It. Let's do it. So this is Lift It, and as you can see I have a crane on my head, and this is an aspect of the game. Now it's not the only aspect. You can pick these up with the hands and the hook, but who wants to do that when you have the option to pick it up with your head? Now, this game came out about 4 years ago, I think. I played it at an Origins, I believe, and it's a dexterity game with your hands, but also with your head. Sometimes you'll be teaming up with other players that are using the same crane. Sometimes you won't, but you need to build these structures by picking them up and dropping these bricks that are holy. So let me show you the production, and then we'll go from there. Let's go. Alright, so this is what you get in the box of Lift It. Now you get 2 of these balls, a whole bunch of these cranes, a whole bunch of holy blocks, straps for your head, and some of the deepest linen on any cards. I like it. And the board. And the timer and some pawns. All good, thick plastic, and all these pieces hook relatively easy on the holes for pretty much all of them here, and I'm having trouble as I try to do it. So with that being said, let me show you how to play this game. Okay, so these cranes actually hook on to bigger hooks here. Now if you're doing a solo lift, you'll be taken from the middle, and it will give you a better range of hooking, but sometimes you will be hinged onto another player, and if so, you'll hook it onto this side, and another player will hook on to this side, and then you both will have to go and pick up shapes with 2 of these cranes. And as you can see, it makes it a little harder. What the name of the game is, you're trying to get around half of this board. There's 2 starting points, one here and one here, and once you've reached the opposing starting point, which is basically half of the board, well, you are the winner. And this is a scoring track, so you go up every turn, you score points, and that's essentially it. And there are different spaces on the board. If it's just a solid color here, that means you will then choose to either lift it with your hand here, or you will put on one of these straps and attach the crane to your head and do it with your head. Now you can choose to do that on the solid colors, and then once you've chosen, you will take one of these cards, and this is what you have to build. So let's go ahead and try to build that with our hand really fast. And there you have it. Now I've made it, and you get the amount of time on here. You can use the timer, but I actually didn't mention that the Lift It app is available, and that's what I use. Much better. I would have 40 seconds to do that, and I will get 1 point for every one of these pieces that I have in position, plus 4 points if I did it in the time limit. But if I say I only did these pieces and my time was expired, I still get 1 point for each one of these pieces that are arranged in the right place. And they don't have to be perfect. The group can kind of discuss that. But in this case here, I would have got 3 points if I didn't do the timer. And in this case, if I would have got the red ball in there, I would have got a grand total of 8 points. So 4 for finishing and 1 point for every one of these blocks you have correct. And you put all these blocks back, and then you would advance on the track however many points you went. Now the other spots on here are the crane spot. That means you have to do it with a crane on your head, and you just take one of these and put it on your head. I'll do it really fast here. Okay, and you can't really see me too much, but yeah, I have it on my head now, and you will have a big hook on here, but I don't have the big hook. But look at me, I'm so skilled, I can do a little hook, and you would be doing it with your head. Now sometimes you will be attached to somebody else in addition to your head being on there, but that's what that space is. Now the lifted spaces an opportunity for 2 people to get points. The person next to you will grab the card and they won't show you, but they'll describe it to you. It's the explanation space, and as they describe it to you, you will build it, and both of you will get points equal to the amount that you accomplish. Now, there are these lines on the board here. Once you pass these, you will take a card of your color and put it in front of you. Now, this is a dual card, and the next time you land on a space where you have to lift something, you will challenge the person next to you to your left, and this will be a showdown. No timer required. You will just take a card, put it in the middle, and both the players will take their designated circle and build off. There will be no time bonus, so 4 points is out of the game, but you'll get 1 point for every piece you have correct, and that will happen every time you go past a line. But if you already happen to have your dual card in front of you, you don't do any extra thing. You just keep the same one in front of you, and then again dual when you're on your next space, and then it goes back. That's essentially it. There are solo variants, team variants, all that kind of stuff, but those are the basics to get you off and running. Now let me tell you what I think about this game and give it a grade. Let's go. So that is Lifted, and it gets an 86, and that is the Game Vine Play It Award. And yes, it's gimmicky, but these hooks work really well. You wouldn't think that they would hook on as easy as they do, and that's good, because sometimes when you're with a partner, especially when you're both are using your head, you're going to need all the help you can get, because sometimes you're not going to be able to accomplish your goal as a team, even in the slightest sometimes, but it's a hoot and a half trying to. And that's what this game's about. You don't really take it too seriously, and if you started the video and you've seen a crane on my head, you would know that. It doesn't take itself seriously, but it's a great take on a dexterity game, very different, and I do recommend this one. This is a good one for kids, but I do think that they're going to have more trouble than adults, so keep that in mind. They might get, kind of sour on some parts if they lose, because dexterity of a human and the logic on how you have to swing these things, I think, click more so once you have age. But regardless, everyone can have a good time with this one, especially when you put these funny cranes on your head. So if you want to pick this up, it's kind of hard to find right now. If I can find the link, I'll put it down in the description below, but if I can't, sorry. But until next time that I see you in another Dexterity Week video, my name is Dave. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. I'm out. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.